Hey, it's Scott Barrett, and welcome back to The Burning Truth. And this is a watch-along live. Tonight, we are rewinding one of the most game-changing nights in all of WWE history. It's Survivor Series 2002.
That's right, Scott. We're heading back to Madison Square Garden for the debut of one of the most dangerous matches ever. The first ever Elimination Chamber. 6 superstars, 2 miles of chain, and one brutal battle for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, forget John Cena, forget Logan Paul, forget CM Punk. Tonight, it's about Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane, Chris Jericho, Booker T, and Rob Van Dam. They're going to put it all on the line in the match that redefined WWE. And we know Elimination Chamber 2025 was last night, and it was a huge and lots happened. And we're going to talk about it throughout the stream, right? But right now, we're going to go back to where it all began.
Now, before we dive in, we're closing in on 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and help us reach this huge milestone.
Yeah, man, let's go for 1,000. But the watch along, here's how it works, right? So you get your Peacock ready, or your WWE Network, or your DVD, or your Netflix, or however you choose to watch your wrestling. You load up Survivor Series 2002, queue it up, pause us if you want to go and do that now. This is us paused. And then when you come back, we're going to count 3, 2, 1 and play. Hit the play at the same time as us. And from there, we'll guide you through every match with live reactions, insight, and trivia.
So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's relive this epic night in WWE history.
Okay, if you've got your video queued up by now, it is time to start. We're going to go.
Ready?
3. Oh, ready?
2.
3.
Yeah. 2.
3.
Okay, hang on. Let's go.
We need to get better at this, Matt Burns.
Yeah, we do. It's practice. Come on. 3,
2,
1,
play. Hard work that was. Harder than it needed. I suppose, you know, if I want to just talk about this show in general, it's a moment in time, I think, in WWE. You know, it takes place on November 17th, 2002. It's from Madison Square Garden, which always makes these Survivor Series shows or these WWE shows feel much bigger. The event was in the early months, I would say, of the Ruthless Aggression era. And this is the Survivor Series in November following that first ever brand split. So we already know that this match features the first ever Elimination Chamber, and in storyline created by Eric Bischoff. And this made the event historic. Storylines going into this, we've just watched a bit of Brock Lesnar and The Big Show. Brock Lesnar certainly on a meteoric rise and his first WWE title reign at just 25 years old. So at this point, he is the youngest WWE champion in history.
Yeah.
There's a growing rivalry between Triple H and Shawn Michaels, who just returned from a 4-year hiatus, injury, broken back, etc. And Triple H is just starting in the swing of his dominant Raw heel champion sort of, you know, what do we call it? The reign of terror, the 20-minute promo to open Raw.
I'm the game. I'm in the middle of the ring.
Absolutely. And this is where we start to get Triple H with Ric Flair, I think. And certainly they've just had the match at SummerSlam, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and there's loads going on. But this show, when I had a look through the card, I wanted to do it this weekend, not only because it's the first ever Elimination Chamber, and we just had that huge night last night at Elimination Chamber in Toronto, but also because of some of the undercard. You know, This also features one of the first hardcore matches for the Women's Championship between Victoria and Trish, the first women's hardcore matches in WWE. We've got, listen to this for a moment in time, we've got Billy Kidman versus Jamie Noble for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Do you know what I just realised?
Go on.
Do you know what I just realised? The theme song for this event.
Yeah.
Saliva.
Yeah.
Classic, you know, that's a classic theme song. That's a classic band. That's, you know, Saliva.
Absolutely.
I think it was Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've also got Dudley Boyz and Jeff Hardy in a 6-man tag against 3 Minute Warning and Rico in a tables match. And we saw the video for it at the very start, but we've also got Brock Lesnar versus The Big Show for the WWE Championship. Plus that huge Elimination Chamber match that I talked about a couple of times. So we've got loads going on, mate. Literally loads going on.
Was during a time where I originally, at one point, during this time, I thought that Brock Lesnar could never be a good guy, be a face, if you get what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Too much of a monster.
He was too much of a monster. But then we've got Big Show coming in and showcasing, I can turn anyone babyface.
Here come the Dudley Boys.
You know, hang on. I was about to say, I almost forgot.
Yeah, but what I mean by the Dudley Boys is Bubba and Spike at this time.
Yeah.
We're well into Reverend Devon days here.
You sit there and you think, and I thought to myself a few days ago, we were making references to them, weren't we? The Dudleys, about the old table tradition.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. If you get a table and bring it into the ring, you're going through that table, unless your name is Devon Dudley.
The only one who's the exception. Jeff Hardy has always been eccentric, and it's been absolutely great seeing him lately, be it either in TNA, NXT, or wherever he's going.
It's funny this is Jeff Hardy was in a real transitional phase here, so he was experimenting with his singles run. He was still seen as the tag team high flyer. Dudley Boys obviously just talked about the split. Reverend Devon over on SmackDown, Bubba and Spike on Raw, and then they're going to take on the 3-minute warning, Rosie and Jamal. Jamal, obviously later known as Umaga. And they were enforcers not only for Rico, who was the manager, who's coming now, but also they were supportive of the Raw GM at the time, Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
Here's Rico.
And I will say, Rico is an absolute standout. Even now. Even today. He's still got, he can still do it, but look at there.
Here's Jamal on the top rope. Umaga. Boom. Through the table.
Ooh. And look, he's got the dreads, which is which a current superstar does pay tribute to.
That was my best. That was my best Jacob Fatu then. And it's starting off with a brawl here. Here we go. Tables only. Jim Ross on commentary just said no pinfalls, no submissions.
Just tables.
He was dealing with a lot of backstage issues at the time, Jeff Hardy. It's interesting. I don't think.
Hang on.
Oh, they caught Spike. Jeff over. Bobba. Oh my God. What a
that could have gone so wrong.
Bobba bringing Rico into the ring.
Yeah. You know what? This is it's a good, solid event.
So this happens in November. Jeff, it's funny. He leaves WWE in early 2003, so not long after this due to personal issues, and doesn't come back till 2006. So he takes a 3-year break from WWE after this. We obviously saw him in TNA over that time.
Yeah.
As well as other places. But his demons are really getting hold of him at this point. And you wouldn't know it from that because that was a phenomenal bit of work. And it's interesting how they sort of positioned 3-minute warning at this time as like dominant enforcers.
That's one person I miss in wrestling. Spike.
I like Spike. Oh, here we go.
But do you know what I find so funny? How that come to be?
There was that.
Yeah, there was that. It was literally
one for Jeff. Legs. Ooh, there's no need for that.
Oh, Bobby just did it as a joke, and he convinced Devon. Devon's like, it doesn't make any sense. He goes, just do it for one time. It's on a house show. It's on a house show. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Guess who was watching it at the time?
If you're watching along with us at home, the countdown clock at the bottom, we're currently 7 minutes and 38 seconds into Survivor Series 2002. You can load it up yourselves, pause us, load it up for yourselves, and then we can watch along together. We're providing alternate commentary here as we go.
Oh, definitely.
Currently on, what did I say, 7 minutes 53, 54, 55, midway through this. Dudley's plus Jeff Hardy versus 3-minute warning Enrico tables match. Out goes Jeff. Oof. Got some airtime there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But Spike is somebody who I do miss.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been a huge fan. But 3-minute warning, talking about enforcers.
No,
It's like Rock's got himself a new enforcer after last night, Matt Burns.
Oh, yeah.
Final boss.
That,
what a shocker that was. Did anyone see that coming?
I'm going to say this now. If anybody turns around and says, "Oh, I predicted that months ago," I'm sorry, I'm just going to call you a liar.
Yeah, Rosie straight through the table, but not bothered, straight back up.
Well, there is one individual who could possibly say that predicted it. And there is proof of him predicting it. A few days ago when we did our predictions.
Oh, I don't remember that. What happened?
It wasn't me or you.
Oh, was it Gavin Roach who we had on as a guest?
It was our guest.
Well, let's not talk about that then. Guests are banned from now on predictions.
Well, he messaged me after the first match had happened.
He was more right than I was on the night, put it that way.
Well, at the start, he was more right than me at the start. But he made one mistake. He counted on Sami Zayn.
What about that for a return, though? Randy Orton returned last night as well. Didn't see that coming so quickly either, but I'm glad he has.
Much to shock. Much to shock, I believe you actually also joined in the prediction of that as well.
Did I actually?
Yes. With Gavin Roach.
I was saying.
So, I'm giving you credit here.
I talk a lot of nonsense on these streams,
Now,
Spike Dudley's just gone smashing through that table by 3-minute warning. Thank you, Rosie and Jamal.
With a double team alley-oop.
Jamal, like I said, turned into Umaga later down the line. But do we remember what happened to Rosie? Eventually becoming the superhero in training. Oh, shit, for short. Hurricane and Rosie.
Well, anyway.
Moving on.
Announcement just to make right now. On the predictions, the score from the predictions was Scott, out of 4 matches, you got 1.
Tough night for O'Barrett.
Myself, the curse strikes again.
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4. What is that with me?
Every time.
Gavin Roach.
I'll tell you what prediction I did get right. There was a match on Friday night I got the prediction spot on for.
Oh, yeah, definitely. What?
We won't talk about that, though, eh?
Not yet.
How are your legs? Are they feeling okay?
A bit shaky, a bit wobbly, and sort of I can't get me arm around my back. But anyway, that aside, Gavin Roach, his results?
Go on.
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4 for Gav as well. What did Gav get wrong?
He got wrong Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
Oh, yes, of course.
However...
And what did you get wrong? You thought that...
I thought Alexa Bliss would have won the...
Alexa Bliss was going to win the women's.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've done it again. Alexa, stop. Every time I talk about that certain former women's champion. Alexa,
Bliss.
Stop. Every time.
When you talk about Bliss.
Yeah, every time I'm talking about Bliss.
Wow.
Bubba Bomb.
Ooh. I will just say this for the record. The announcement I was about to make is we have to have a winner. We have to have a winner on the predictions, don't we?
Always.
We can't have it. So how can we divide me and Gavin Roach.
Well, he was a guest, so
No. Wait for it. I already found how we can divide it. And ironically, it was a prediction that we all agreed originally to be no points, but it's now become the actual deciding factor.
Okay. We're talking the final boss and Cody Rhodes.
Yes. I believe that Gavin Roach actually predicted
through the table onto the concrete.
He actually predicted the Cena turn.
Yeah, he did. Thinking back, he did. So
And
Gav gets the win.
Yeah, so Gavin, I know you're already happy. You're probably sitting there thinking, "Send me the trophy now."
Yeah, but guess what? There is no trophy. Where are we, Matt Bins? As we watched the replay, Jeff Hardy jumping off that.
The entrance.
Entrance banister, sort of entryway into the arena. Hit that swanton through the table.
Yeah.
What are our combined scores now for the Rumble and Elimination Chamber? Do you have that detail? I imagine you've got some sort of spreadsheet by now.
I have.
If not, you should have.
I will. I have got something, but I need to update it. I need to get updated, but you'll have to leave that with me for the next time we are live or on the air.
I'll tell you what. Next time we do a predictions, I want to hear the scores on the doors, the combined scores.
You'll have it. You'll have it.
Went through the table.
The only thing is, just from memory, just from my own memory, you may not like it.
No, I'm not doing well. I know that much. I need to have a very good 2 nights at WrestleMania. Whisper in the wind.
Well, bear in mind,
Jeff Hardy was unbelievable at this time.
Well, if you think about it, I've got to be quite ahead because how many predictions have I got every time? One away.
Yeah, one away every time. But in fact, we've got Gavin Roach in the comments currently. Gavin Tam's talking about Gavin Roach. Bomb to Gavin Roach. He's so good. Thank you, Gav. Wink, wink, hint, hint. We all know who that is. As we get to the 15-minute mark, that's 15 minutes the way through the Survivor Series 2002, and we've got Jeff Hardy through a table, courtesy of Jamal.
He went for high risk, and unfortunately, the risk wasn't worth it.
3-minute warning, really underrated actor in this time.
Definitely very underrated team. Was always a fan of Jamal and Rosie.
And it's interesting to think Jeff Hardy was going through his issues at this point, Matt Beers, because, in terms of his work, absolutely unbelievable at this point.
Yeah. But at the same time, if you think about it, he must have been, because he's putting his body on the line that much, he must have been going through quite a lot.
Jamal's thinking about bad things here. Oh, puts Bubba Ray down. What a bump. Jamal going to the top rope. Splash to the outside through the table. Jeff goes through the table. Unbelievable. No wonder they knew he was going to be special and they were going to repackage him as Umaga. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
350 pounds of Jamal.
And the way he flies as well.
Oh, yeah, he gets some height, doesn't he? Bubba with the dusty punches.
Ooh. Why does that feel like that's the second time I've seen that?
You may have taken some. Here we go. Bubba up to the top rope. He's got bad intentions for. Oh, Jamal's up. I was going to say he's got bad intentions for Rico.
He did have bad intentions, but this could be bad intentions.
Do you remember why this match is so important, Matt Baines?
I think I do know.
Well, I won't spoil it just in case, but Jamal going to the top rope. He's going to hit the Frankensteiner on Bubba Dudley. Bubba catches him, powerbomb through the table.
Oh.
Jamal goes through the table.
That's Jamal eliminated.
I think that's just Rico left now. Rico and Bubba.
Was this the
Bubba Dudley living his best life, getting to work in shorts. Rosie back in the ring.
Ooh.
Look at you texting me. I'm going to save it as a surprise. Oh, belly to belly.
No, I thought it was more or less if you didn't want it to be a surprise, you know.
No, I just want to surprise you as well.
I'm just trying to remember.
Is that referee Jack Doan trying to get control here? The whole of 3-minute warning now working on Bubba Ray Dudley. And here he comes. It's the former Reverend Devon, dressed back in Dudley colours. Mrs. Dudley's other baby boy.
And that was a good bump then from Jamal from that clothesline.
Yeah. Oh, my brother, testify.
You know, yeeting before yeeting was started.
Yeah. Now they set the table up and they're waiting for Rico. And it's the 3D for the win.
The most
Dudleys and Jeff Hardy win.
The most devastating tag team finish.
Yeah, and it's nice for them to fully reunite because the split and the singles runs didn't go as well as we would have liked. I enjoyed the Reverend Devon for what it was, but not as much as the team together. So it was nice to have the Dudleys back together. Bubba Ray looks dead happy to see his bro. And you know, it isn't long until these two go on to win even more tag gold, and they carry on in the WWE. They don't leave now until 2005, so they've got another 3 years of this team together, which is, you know, what everybody wants.
Yeah, and what's interesting about it is, for me, it's a good union, and yeah, we know that Devon didn't exactly have a great singles run. Bubba was supposedly possibly led to more greatness, but supposedly, as it was stated on a interview, oh my God, somebody dropped the jolt, you know, the golden child.
I preferred, funnily enough, those two. I prefer in this time, I preferred Devon's singles run than Bubba's. Very quickly, Bubba was put with Spike as a bit of a tag team, but yeah. I really enjoyed Reverend Devon for what it was. It just didn't have the legs to be a long-term.
And it also gave Batista his big break.
Yeah, Deacon Batista.
As Deacon.
Jamie Noble and Nydia. Do you remember these? The Trailer Park Trash. They loved a snog, these two did. Do you remember?
Yep. And what I thought was interesting is the fact that Nydia, or Nadia, depending on how people pronounce it, she was actually a former Tough Enough winner.
Yeah. Was she second? Or did she win the same year as Maven?
She won it.
Did she?
Because they had two winners.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
World Cruiserweight Championship. Here we go.
Jamie Noble was somebody who I miss as well. But
still can be seen quite often, mate. Anytime there's a scuffle in the ring, Jamie Noble will be there.
True. But
not getting mentioned by name, trying to help split it up.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing about it is, not during this time here, if I'm not mistaken, when he left for a short time from WWE, he ended up going ROH.
Yeah.
And becoming the ROH World Champion.
Yeah, I can see that. He's a small guy, but a very capable worker.
Oh, very.
And speaking of very small, capable workers, he is Billy Kidman, you know.
Great wrestler, phenomenal worker. And is now I believe he ended up becoming a WWE writer.
Yeah.
And
he was a road agent for a while, producer, yeah. I don't think he's still with the company, though.
I don't think he is.
Jamie Noble is. I'm not sure that Billy Kidman is.
Yeah.
I hate Billy Kidman, though. If you're watching along with us on Peacock, WWE Network, Netflix, or DVD, however you watch, we're currently 22 minutes and 45 seconds in to Survivor Series 2002. If you're not watching along with us, what are you doing? Pause this, go and press play, and then come back to us. We're providing alternate commentary and just a bit of a talk about wrestling. Just as Jamie Noble hits what I would call the CM Punk reversal into a net breaker.
Good counter. Especially for buckshot lariats.
Yeah. So any guesses why I hate Billy Kidman?
Go on. Oh, yes. I think I've got an idea.
With Tori Wilson.
Yep.
Lucky git. If we could only all be that lucky. Same reason I don't like David Flair. On top of Stacey Keebler. How does that happen?
Probably because he's linked to woo.
Maybe. If he's got off his dad's res. Let's have another go at this. So we've done one ref. First match was Jack Doan. Any idea on this one?
Jimmy. I can never pronounce his surname.
I think it's Jimmy Corderas.
Yes.
Classic. When I was now, mate, I can't even tell you where people are from. But when I was at school, I knew every wrestler's hometown, every referee's name.
Well, speaking of referees, that actually hints onto a bit of a side mention I want to cover. Have you heard what might be happening with one of the wrestlers that were with WWE recently?
I don't believe it.
What?
Go on, talk it through, but I don't believe it.
Transitioning from referee to wrestler.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
You don't?
No, we're talking Jessica Carr.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I think it's fake news. It's fake news.
It's fake news.
I mean, it might not be, but I'll believe it when I see it. You know, what's the story going to be?
But no. They're not going to be. It's not going to be linked onto the WWE main programming. They're actually going to go possibly a bit further down. They might even be going to Evolve first.
Oh, right, okay.
So build up to it. But if it is true, it's really good that that there is that option.
Yeah,
if need be.
Right, let's talk through this then. So at this point, the Cruiserweight division had recently been revived after WCW's closure. Jamie Noble alongside Nydia portraying that trailer park trash heel that I talked to. They'd held the title for several months. Kidman was one of the best high flyers in WWE at the time, and obviously a former WCW Cruiserweight champion. The WCW Cruiserweight style, I think, probably influenced this new division, but this was nowhere near the same as the WCW style Cruiserweight division. But we have got Kidman, who's famous for that shooting star press, which was a move that he innovated. But I think, was it eventually banned because of safety concerns?
It ended up being banned later on, yeah.
Based on Kidman hitting somebody in the face and Brock Lesnar obviously nearly killing himself at WrestleMania.
It got banned temporarily. I'm not sure if it was him or somebody else who did it and ended up colliding with Chavo Guerrero's head.
Yeah. Do you remember the most famous Jamie Noble ever got in WWE?
Go on.
Where he became part of J&J Security. Seth Rollins had his heel running. It was like 2014, 15. It was Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury, wasn't it?
Yeah.
J&J Security. Oh, it's Nydia.
Now, what I found interesting about that? She just slapped him.
No DQ. Yeah, it's almost still attitude error, isn't it? You let that go.
Well, he did pull on her hair.
Yeah. He invited it.
Yes.
Here comes Kidman for the powerbomb. Noble lands on his feet, puts him in for the pedigree, slips through.
Gibson driver.
Behind, backslide. Straight out.
He was using a Tiger Driver at the time.
Tiger Bomb.
Tiger Bomb. Tiger Bomb. The drive is the sit-out one.
Gavin Tam says, Jessica Carr. Yeah, I don't believe it. I think it's rubbish, Gav.
But then again, I am actually interested to see what happens with WWE Evolve. And as a cheap plug for WWE, you can actually watch them all exclusively on YouTube every Wednesday.
Watch what on NXT? Oh, the NXT review. Yeah, absolutely.
No, not just the NXT review. You can actually watch WWE Evolve as well.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yes.
It was going to be on that Tubi.
Tubi is for the US only.
Oh, right. Okay. So in the UK, we can watch it on YouTube.
Yes.
Good times. But more importantly, what happens on a Wednesday is I review Tuesday night's NXT live on the Burning Truth 251 on YouTube.
That it is. And even I have to, while I'm busy myself, I get my popcorn and watch it myself.
And you know what? We've got a really good week again coming up, and I'm really interested to see what happens this week. We've got Julia versus Stephanie Vaquer supposed to be taking place at Roadblock this Saturday. But Julia now apparently injured. So what's going to happen with that Julia versus Stephanie Vaquer match? It's all up in the air. We'll find out this week on NXT, hopefully.
Makes us wonder.
Last week we had the Hardy Boys on NXT, so anything can happen. Santino and, where are we going with Moose and Obafemi? So loads going on. If you're watching along with us, we're watching watching Survivor Series 2002, the first ever Elimination Chamber match. We're currently 29 minutes.
Hang on. He's in the drop zone.
35, shooting star press. If you're watching along with us, or if you're not watching along with us, get us paused, get it on, and then press play. We're providing alternate commentary.
I've just remembered. Earlier when you said it was banned. I don't think it was Kidman who caused the ban. It might have been Paul. It might have been Paul London. But then Brock decided to do it at WrestleMania and completely almost murdered himself.
Came out many years later that was Shane McMahon's influence.
Additionally, but interesting matter of fact for you. The name of Kidman's shooting star press, what was it called in WCW? The 7-year itch.
Pretty till it lands and then it hurts, says Taz. Very nice bit of commentary. Oh, Kurt Angle. And we go very, very quiet for the Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit backstage segment because we weren't expecting it, and it's caught us out a little bit. You're on mute, Matt Burns.
As soon as you said Chris, I just went, oh no.
Oh no. Have you seen the, just because we were talking about Shane McMahon a minute ago, have you seen the meme of him at the Super Bowl? He's at the Super Bowl looking round, and the meme is Shane McMahon looking for something to jump off.
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen that one.
Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit looking for tag team gold.
Well, to regain them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think I've got this in my notes actually.
Go on. That's interesting. Hugging, which happened if I'm not mistaken, last night between two combatants.
Say again, sorry.
two combatants in the Elimination Chamber hugged.
Yeah. Yeah, Punk and Cena had a bit of a love in, didn't they?
Can you imagine if this was in a legitimate working environment, somebody would be fired for this, just for that camera view.
Gonna let you carry on a set, Matt Burns. I'm just gonna grab myself some ice from my drink.
I believe
that they're gonna be here a while.
If I'm not mistaken, they're trying to make out that Victoria's crazy and everything, but either that or it's either she is crazy or they decided to have a cameraman up there just for his own safety because she was that crazy.
This F view thing didn't last long. Actually,
I forgot about that line. JR. Wow.
What did he say?
He literally just turned to the king and just went, "Well, you got the PhD for women because of his relationships and everything." I'm like, wow. Completely forgot about that line.
But here we come, the first WWE Women's Hardcore match in WWE history, Trish versus Victoria. It's interesting that this was 23 years ago, Matt Bates, 22 and a half years ago. And Trish was in tag team action last night.
Yeah.
23 years on. And she looked just as good last night as she has ever. Bulldog on Nia Jax from the top rope. Sensational.
Well, supposedly, it's she could be there a bit more. But we'll have to wait.
Yeah, hopefully. And she didn't need Zoe Stark last night winning matches for her.
Exactly.
What do we think will become of the Pure Fusion Collective now they're minus Sonya Deville? I mean, hopefully they'll change the name for a start.
Change the names. Hopefully, give them both a personality.
Would you like to see them carry on as a tag team, or would you like to see them go separate ways?
I think they could work as a tag team, but only if they actually allow them to work to their strengths.
Yeah,
not their weaknesses.
I mean, in my opinion, I think Zoe Stark came to the main roster too early.
Yeah,
very similar story as Dana Brooke for me. Is that came up to the main roster too early. Should have spent a bit more time in NXT. And here we go, Women's Championship match. Here comes Victoria. Is Victoria a Hall of Famer, Matt Burns?
I think she is. But I'm going to check that one.
Yeah, check it, because if not, she'd be a shoo-in for this year. She had a fantastic career following WWE as well when she went over to TNA. Fabulous as part of that women's division. As Tara. Oh. Whoa. It's time to rock and roll. Hello?
Very interesting.
Go on.
She isn't.
No, I didn't think so. Should be a shoo-in for this year.
Oh, it's a good call.
Yeah, I think she's a good call.
Well, especially seeing as she's under a WWE Legends contract.
Yeah, absolutely. She's from California, which isn't a million miles away from Las Vegas as well. So
no, it isn't. Well, it might sound like it's not very far to us, but could be far in America.
Yeah, I like a women's hall. Well, it's on the East Coast, the West Coast, isn't it? Yeah, West Coast. This is what I like about a women's hardcore match opposed to a men's. All the stuff in bins attached to the ring post.
Different.
Yeah. It's a hardcore match, so let's just give them the stuff. Sweep her up, Victoria. Trish was like the ultimate babyface at this point, wasn't she?
Yeah. I believe that I've just heard the crowd chanting HLA.
Yeah, that's a moment in time. Holy moly, HLA. Eric Bischoff obsessed with hot lesbian action.
What the good thing about it is that this was revolutionary.
Yeah, at the time, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to think about it. So Victoria's pretty fresh on the scene. We've had the likes of Ivory, Jacqueline, China, etc. in the women's division for the last few years.
Lita.
Yeah, Victoria comes in fresh. She debuted in 2002, immediately feuding with Trish. The women's division was shifting. It was at this point, it was moving away from. I'd like to say it was moving away from, smut sexuality and moving more towards a potential women's revolution that never really got anywhere. So we take on Victoria, Gail Kim debuts, and we start to move towards more an in-ring focused product. And then what happens is we go totally the other way and we overcorrect back to Total Divas within a few years. It's not Total Divas itself, but I mean things like the Raw Diva Search, etc. So this is almost a tease of what's to come. You know, Trish, Lita, Victoria, Gail Kim. And it's a shame, really, because WWE missed the boat here. They did it, the half did it and then went back on it. But TNA actually really, really made the most of it when a few of these guys came over to them. So they eventually got Victoria, Tara, I think they called her over there. They got Gail Kim, ODB, the beautiful people to a certain extent, but they took on some good workers and had them actually wrestling, and that made a huge difference. Even the likes of Rosemary, I suppose.
This might shock you.
Yeah.
Do you know earlier when you said this was the first hardcore match?
It's one of.
I've actually got the facts of when it was the very first one. I've just looked him up quickly. And it's interesting to find out who it is.
Is it Alundra Blaze?
It was in 1999.
Oh, right. So it's Miss Kitty then.
No.
Oh, go on.
Ivory.
Yeah.
And Tori.
Tori as in DX Tori.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, fair dues.
And the match took place in the women's bathroom and shower.
Oh, right. So it's not even a proper awkward. Okay. So it's not even a proper match in the ring.
But it was a match. It was for the WWE Women's title.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was booked by Russo, it doesn't count. Oh, this is in the time when we weren't calling them kendo sticks anymore either. We were calling them Singapore Canes.
I forgot about that terminology.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we started calling them Singapore Canes. Is that what they called them in ECW? Is that where we got that from?
I think they stopped it because the fact that it's probably someone called cultural appropriation.
Yeah, we've got some colour in Victoria's nose.
Is it by Hardway?
Yeah, I think she just broke her nose, to be fair, or just cut her nose. Victoria, crazy and beautiful at this time. Absolutely.
Yes.
Victoria playing a psychotic character at this point, and I would say not even necessarily. I mean, crazy as the description they gave for her, but I think she's more psychotic than anything, which was rare in the women's division because everyone wants to be either tough or pretty. So playing psychotic was really good. I think.
But also, she was also considered narcissistic a little bit, with a bit of narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah. And if I remember rightly, there's quite a brutal finish in this.
If I remember, yeah, it was.
you got to think she's actually quite early into her singles run here, so it doesn't really start until the night she wins the title, which is Survivor Series 2001. So about 12 months before this is when Trish sort of starts her singles run. But by 2006, when she retires, she's definitely one of the goats of women's wrestling.
Yeah,
definitely on that Mount Rushmore of women's wrestling.
Oh, definitely should be.
And Victoria, to be fair, I know she goes on to have a cracking career in TNA. So,
no, but to be honest with you,
she
where
goes on to be quite dominant in WWE. She wins the Women's Championship a couple of times, and she's quality around this time. Here she comes with the fire extinguisher that she can't get working. Pull the pin out. You got to pull the pin. There you go.
Now, the thing about it is, she's always been successful wherever she's been.
Yeah. Now, whatever they were going to do with the mirror, they've had to cancel that because she's already broke it.
Yes. I think you were referring to the original planned idea that was meant to have happened earlier. Because you mentioned that there was a nasty finish.
Yeah, I would say that was pretty nasty. Fire extinguisher to the eyes. I'd be annoyed with it.
Yeah, but I think the original plan was for the mirror be involved.
Yeah.
Originally. But credit to them both, it shows that they got the experience to adjust to a new finish.
Yeah, Victoria was brilliant.
And you know what? Is that the only time where we've actually had a fire extinguisher be involved in the end of a match?
Maybe. I'd have started using that suplex as a finisher after that, I would.
But hang on, but then again, if you think about it, the finisher that she ended up using.
Oh, the Widow's Peak.
And another interesting fact: who was the inventor of it?
Go on.
Molly Holly.
Oh yeah, okay, fair dues. Booker T looking to become the six-time world champion. Also very famous for a debut on this show, Matt Burns. Don't know if you're familiar with that. I don't know if it happens before or after the Big Show and Brock Lesnar. Oh, here's Eazy-E. One of my top 2 podcasts, professional wrestling, Matt Burns. I don't know about you.
Yep. How are you?
Yeah, 83 weeks without their show. Very, very, very good. Gav's got it in one. The debut of Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Yeah, it was. Which then turned into, if I'm not mistaken, the event of the poses.
Here he is. He's just about to be on the video game. Here comes the pain. The youngest WWE champion in history. And Paul Heyman looks worried. He looks worried that he can't beat the Big Show.
Oh, this was a record breaker as well.
Was it?
Yes. It was actually the first time that actually Brock had been officially pinned.
Oh, well done for ruining the ending, Matt Burns.
Come on.
Spoilers. It's only been 23 years.
You're going to get upset over the next news about what happened last night. Because you know how long it's been since that has happened before? Do you know how long?
John Cena got a win?
No, since John Cena had turned.
Oh, 2003. So 22 years.
You're close. It wasn't 2003. It was actually 2004.
Oh, was it? Is that when he actually turned?
It was literally 21 years. You were close.
Lesnar, Big Show, WWE Championship on the line.
This was when I really remember seeing it, and I thought this was genius to have Big Show and Lesnar go.
You know, this is just after Lesnar's had his 3 matches with Undertaker and battered him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember standing on top of the Hell in a Cell, standing tall with the belt. He'd obviously beaten Hulk Hogan in this run as well. Had his blood all over him. Beat The Rock, beat the Hardy Boys. I'm just getting this video package now for the Undertaker, for Brock Lesnar versus the Big Show. If you're watching along at home, we're currently watching Survivor Series 2002. We are 49 minutes, 3, 4, 5 seconds through. If you're watching along on Netflix, Peacock, etc. If you're not watching along, pause us, go and start it up on your other browser or on your telly, and then click play when you catch up with us, or start us again, and we can get the alternate commentary on.
Yeah.
That's what we're here doing. We're here talking about wrestling, just having a bit of fun. Thank you for everyone who's getting involved in the comments. If you're not watching along live with us and you're watching this back at a later date, or you're listening on the Burning Truth podcast, make sure you leave a comment, a review, you like and subscribe, and keep posted for regular updates.
It might be a little bit more trickier on the podcast version, because there is certain rules and regulations that we have to follow on the podcast version, don't we, with breaks and that? But we are trying to
we'll keep giving you the times. But if you just keep listening along, you'll know if you're out of sync with us, because all the stuff will be happening that we're not talking about.
Like 50 minutes in 1 second, 2 second, 3 second.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Just like that.
But what I thought was interesting during this feud is this made me sit there and think that Lesnar could be dominated by someone like the Big Show, but it also allowed Big Show be an absolute menace and become a serious threat to someone
it's
like
interesting.
Rock.
He literally, you've already given the result away here, haven't you? But he literally loses the WWE title here so that he can win the Royal Rumble. It is that simple. Because they want him as a babyface chasing for WrestleMania.
But at the same time, it's just really interesting, because I haven't really done the big spoiler, though, have I?
As a child, right, I honestly believed that "Well" was the Big Show singing it. True story, that. Probably the best shape I remember seeing Big Show in.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was wearing the jeans with his singlet, but
well, at least he didn't do a no mas. Or don't you know about that one?
Come on.
He actually discussed it on the Undertaker's podcast, where he got someone convinced him to wear certain trousers, certain bottoms for a match. And as they went out for this match, it wasn't like a TV match. He goes there, does one move, and
that's a bad day, that is.
It's a bad day at the office. But
Brock, accompanied by his agent at this time, not his advocate, his agent, Paul Heyman. He was a sports agent at this time.
The iconic music.
I've been getting the itch to play TEW again. I have, Matt Burns.
Oh,
Brock Lesnar gets on the apron to get in the ring with the Big Show.
These have always had good feuds against each other.
Yeah, starts with this one.
That's what I mean. They've
I
always
think
had
it's
good.
because Brock Lesnar, for how intense he is and how big and how dominating he is and how good he is against younger wrestlers, and sorry, not younger, but smaller wrestlers, we always forget about how good Brock Lesnar is at selling.
Oh, yeah.
His selling ability is totally underrated. So when he wrestles somebody bigger that he can really sell for, like the Big Show, he shows a completely different side of that personality. Now, equally, Brock Lesnar is amazing as an underdog.
Yeah.
And this is the only time you see him as an underdog, when he wrestles The Undertaker, when he wrestles the Big Show.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it right now. And I think that's why we like it so much.
Yeah. And for Big Show, I think with him, it was more or less of he's got somebody who can bring that physicality and literally launch him.
Yeah.
And not many could do that.
No. In 2 years at WrestleMania 20, right, Big Show defends the United States title against John Cena.
Yeah.
And John Cena finishes that match with an AA, right?
Yeah.
An FU, it was called at the time. Pulls him up onto his shoulders. And John Cena is a strong man, but it feels like it takes everything for him to put him on his shoulders. The Big Show gets Brock Lesnar up for an F5 effortlessly. And that's scary.
Yeah.
I used to think Taz commentated for Brock Lesnar really well.
Oh, he always did. He always did. And
he
the
really sells what he's doing and why he's doing what he's doing. And I think that comes from Taz's time as the, much smaller wrestler, but still a very dominant wrestler.
Oh, yeah. Case in point. Also, what I find interesting is the fact that John Cena ended up using the Attitude Adjustment, formerly known as the FU, because of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, because of the F5. Oh, there goes the ref. Here we go. Overhead belly to belly.
Does anybody do you remember which referee it was for this match?
I can't see where he went. We'll wait till he comes back in.
If oh,
big chair shots. Never seen anybody hit anyone with a chair that hard.
This bit now.
Straight up F5. Even Paul Heyman. Oh my God. I can't remember his name. What the hell is that guy doing? Heyman just hit the referee.
The real shock. And then the realization of, I just saw him
screwed by Paul Heyman.
Yeah, but then again, Paul's got to be sitting there thinking to himself, Paul Heyman, I just saw him throw Big Show. What's he going to do to me?
Yeah. Here he comes. Oof. Big chair shot to the back. Can't remember the last time I saw somebody hit somebody that hard with a chair. Choke slam on the chair. Who gets back in the ring here? Oh, it's Mike Chioda.
Yeah, Mike Chioda.
And the Big Show is WWE champion.
With a beautiful assist.
And a new manager.
Yeah. He does have a history of that, doesn't he?
Well, just a bit, yeah. Follows the gold, doesn't he?
Can't blame him. But in this case, if you let Brock Lesnar do what he did, he would have still had the gold. He's more in lines of making history.
How easy it was for him to get him up for that F5, though.
And the facial expression.
10 points for anybody who can name this ref who jumps into the ring. Because I haven't got a clue.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah, 10 points. Or Slytherin, you know. I'm constantly told that I would be a Slytherin. People think I'm a good guy, Matt Beans, but I'm a heel in real life. Get in that limo quick. Taz, the human suplex machine. That typical low life maneuver, says Taz. Brilliant.
You're not going to
If
believe
you're listening
that.
along at home, we're currently 59 minutes and 5, 6, 7 seconds watching the replay of the Big Show defeat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship Survivor Series 2002. If you're not watching along, pause us, go and find it, turn it on, and then come back to us for your alternate commentary.
I believe I found your answer to your question. But I'm
You're
not
going to get 10 points.
I'm not going to get the 10 points because you threw it out there to
the audience. Yeah, get it in the comments.
Get it in the comments if you know who it is.
Oh, it is. There's a tag team title match.
Yes.
I missed this in my notes completely.
You might have just seen the actual answer what I've just sent you.
Oh, I can't. Do you know what? I don't even know that name.
Was a part of it for a while, but is actually known for visual effects.
Oh, okay.
As he was part of the visual effects of See No Evil. Oh.
Yeah, so the SmackDown 6 here in this tag team title. Well, it isn't the SmackDown 6, is it? It's a lot of the SmackDown 6.
Yes. What I'm just trying to find out, I'm just trying to confirm if my answer is now correct. What I just sent you. I'm just trying to confirm if my answer is correct. But I have seen the list of the referees, though.
Like I say, get it in the comments.
But if you get it in the comments. Tag team at its finest. Tag team wrestling at its finest. Telling a good story. Oh. a bit of good hype, music in hype videos is vital. You've got to get it right.
So this is interesting because we know that as we go on to WrestleMania now, Brock Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble and Kurt Angle is the WWE champion. So Kurt Angle must transition from this tag team title picture into the WWE title picture quite quickly after this. Oh, Al Wilson and Dawn Marie. Do you remember that? That was a moment in time. Do you remember that?
That could be
Tori Wilson's dad.
That could be linked to a certain segment that we're known for.
Buried Alive. Do you reckon that's for Buried Alive?
It was awful.
I didn't mind it too much. Here comes Los Guerreros. It was right in the middle of that HLA era, wasn't it? So, Tori and Dawn represented what was going to become the Divas era. Whereas, Victoria, Trish, Lita, Molly, Holly, etc. were trying to hold on to this hope of a Divas revolution that actually came about, 15 years later. Latino heat music just doesn't seem right, does it? It wasn't long until they turned into Lie, Cheat, and Steal.
That's all right.
What?
Kids, be good.
Stop it. It's interesting this year because I don't know if you saw actually while we've got Chris Benoit making his way to the ring to what's the song called?
Brain's gone absolutely
blank.
The
song is called because there was some news on this last couple of weeks. Our Lady Pieces, whatever. And they actually performed it.
Yeah, you mean
they performed it for the
first
first time at a gig this year, for the first time since obviously the tragedy of what happened to Chris Benoit and his family. And we obviously know a lot more about CTE, etc. Than we did then. Even so, what happened was absolutely horrific. But they tried to take the song back and give a performance of it. At a gig this year. Really brave, actually, because they could have buried it like they have Chris Benoit's entire career.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about it is the band is actually on Cody Rhodes' favourite band list.
Yeah.
And the song, the name, was Whatever.
Now, Edge has one of my top 5, maybe top 3 entrance musics of all time in Metalingus by Alter Bridge, right?
Yeah.
But my God, if he didn't have that tune, this would probably still make the top 10. Rob Zombie. Never gonna stop. Yeah, never gonna stop. I love it.
Round, round, groovy.
Scream if you want it, because I want more. Thanks very much if you're watching along live with us on Netflix, Peacock, wherever you're watching, providing alternate commentary for Survivor Series 2002. And I've had quite a lot to drink now. We're 1 hour, 6 minutes, 41, 42, 43 seconds in. And I'm well into my bottle of Southern Comfort, Matt Burns. I don't know about you.
Me, I'm on some... I'm on the tuck cheese sandwiches.
Nice. I might say something stupid in a minute, so you gotta look after me now.
Uh-oh.
Here comes Rey Mysterio, gets his own entrance.
I will say it was always unique.
He gets his own stage for this one. The new WWE Tag Team Championships at this point, the SmackDown exclusives. Obviously, those belts modelled on the original, or not the original, but the mid-90s WWF Tag Team titles. And the new SmackDown WWE Tag Team Championships, obviously also
pay homage,
modelled after this shape belt.
Yes.
That DIY have got currently. I think DIY, yeah.
Yes.
And just as SmackDown's tag division was popping this time, Edge and Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, and Los Guerreros, it's popping now with the likes of DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, the Street Profits. Pretty deadly. Los Lotharios and others.
Motor City Machine Guns.
I said them. We got them. Smash them.
Smash
Again,
them.
we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you're enjoying the stream and you're enjoying the episode so far, hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube or wherever you are listening to this. Definitely give us a subscribe, follow, like, do all the good stuff. We'll love you forever.
Did not get this format.
No, I never understood this either. I think we buried this, didn't we? Tag matches where only 2 competitors are in.
Forgot about that chop.
Big chop, the Benoit chop. You know it hurt because it hurt his hand after he gave it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's a reason we call him the Rabid Wolverine. How many members of these teams, how many competitors in this match did not originate in WCW?
Right. Go on.
Dos. Only Edge and Kurt Angle did not originate in WCW.
Wrong.
Edge and Kurt Angle, the only 2.
Wrong. It's 1.
Why else is in WCW?
Edge was.
Sexton Hardcastle was in WCW.
Is Damien Stryker?
No way.
There's your map fact for the day.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep it though because I don't think it was necessarily a quality run in the business, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Was he a jobber for one match?
He was a job squad.
See, that's the smartest way they can get Chavo in.
Yeah.
Kurt just desperately trying to get out of the match, but I still don't like this format. It should be one of each team in because otherwise, what reason have you got to tag in Benoit or Kurt Angle now?
Yeah.
Chavo, underrated worker. Another member of this cruiserweight division that they've got. We talked about Billy Kidman and Jamie Noble earlier on, Chavo Guerrero, Rey Mysterio in this tag division, but also part of that cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
Two other guys that were in the WCW cruiserweight division back in the day as well.
Yeah, be it either as Chavo or as Lieutenant Loco.
Yeah, with saying that, so was Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
Yes. Now, earlier, you said that WCW was the one that made cruiserweights famous.
I would agree. Yeah, I think that's true.
I don't think they were the ones who first put the spotlight on them, though. I put that down to ECW.
Yeah, but it doesn't count if only 5 people are watching it. WCW was the first place to give it a major stage.
I'll give it that.
And now Kurt Angle's back in. But again, they've had to make a whole thing just to get Kurt Angle back in the match because the format doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's the next ref watch, Matt Burns. What do we think? As we go to 1 hour, 11 minutes and 55, 56, 57 minutes of Survivor Series 2002. Go on, name that ref.
Referee watch. You got me wondering now.
Don't go Googling. We can see you typing away. If you know before Matt Burns, get it in the live chat. Who is that ref?
I actually don't know.
Can you get it before Matt Burns?
I actually don't know.
I'm going to give the result at 1 hour, 13 minutes. Oh, Gavin Tam straight in. Brian Hebner. Went on to ref for TNA for quite a few years.
I actually forgot it was Brian Hebner.
Well done, Gavin Tams.
And do you know what? Do you know why? Do you know why? I think I completely forgot it was Brian. Because he's added a bit of, he's got a bit more bulky, hasn't he? A bit more.
Yeah. As Kurt Angle puts Rey Mysterio down and tags in Chris Benoit.
That's insane.
Benoit and Kurt Angle was going through like sort of a dysfunctional phase at this time, and that's probably about right. And obviously, Angle goes on to get into the WWE title picture following this.
Yeah.
Edge and Ray, that underdog story, the crowd was red hot for them, and they've been putting on amazing matches leading up to this event. And then I think what you also get in this match is you get heel absolute genius from Eddie Guerrero, properly starting to hit his stride. And when you think about it, we're only 18 months away now, Matt Burns, in this moment, to Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero holding the WWE and World Heavyweight Championships at WrestleMania 20. 18 months from now.
Scary.
It's madness when you think of it like that.
So you've also got to take into account when the transition for the Los Guerreros to turn to they lie, they cheat, they steal.
Yeah, it's not far off. It's any time now, actually.
Yeah.
How do we feel about let's change gears here. How do we feel about Kurt Angle? That's because it's on the screen, taking out Rey Mysterio with a brutal clothesline. Yeah. How do we feel about John Cena turning heel last night on Cody Rhodes and teaming with The Rock last night at Elimination Chamber? How do we feel about that?
Honestly, now, and I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's not very good. I can't believe that The Rock's doing like his own corporate, faction or something." No, I think it's genius.
It's the last chance to do it with John Cena.
I think it's genius. And if you actually watch the actual post show,
I saw that.
You did. It gets interesting, doesn't it? Yeah.
Drop that mic.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just that. I believe what The Rock was saying, the fact of, regardless of it, you can sit there and go, I've done what I'll keep doing what I've always been doing and everything, or I can take a chance on myself and make myself more memorable and more recognizable by doing something and breaking the mold one last time.
Okay, Angle now got a front face lock on Rey Mysterio. Edge desperate for the tag. Guerrero's trying to get in the ring too.
I also wonder if you watched Triple H segments on the post show.
I didn't. I haven't seen that actually. I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts.
Especially as he mentioned 2 words repeatedly, which I may have to get a soundbite.
Go on. What did he mention?
For one of our future segments.
Go on.
What if?
What if?
He actually used that word on it 3 times. People going, what if? What if? What if?
Yeah, stay tuned for that, actually, guys. We've got a new segment coming soon, just as we get to 1 hour, 16 minutes and 10, 11, 12 seconds of Survivor Series 2002, if you're watching along live with us. Our new YouTube series, What If, coming soon to our YouTube channel, where we're going to take a what if from wrestling, and me and Matt Burns are both going to come up with our own multiverses of how that would play out. And we're going to do one of those probably once a month, Matt Burns.
It's about reasonable. It allows some planning.
It's about reasonable. Starting in March, which is now. So we're looking for suggestions for what should be our first what if. I really like the idea of doing something along the lines of what if Owen Hart didn't pass away? What if Bret Hart didn't get screwed at Montreal and stayed with the WWF? Those sort of questions.
What if the rattlesnake wasn't run over?
Yeah, what if he didn't break his neck? What if just watching Rey Mysterio there with a spinning back kick. What if Shawn Michaels didn't break his back at Royal Rumble? What if it was The Undertaker?
Yes.
These are the questions that we could what if. And here comes Edge, and here comes Chris Benoit. Edge with a couple of clotheslines, spinning wheel kick to Kurt Angle, takes off Eddie Guerrero and Chavo off the apron, and Edge plant for Chris Benoit. Kurt Angle comes in, whips Edge off the ropes, reverse, and overhead belly to Kurt Angle from Edge, and Edge is rocking and rolling at Survivor Series 2002. Tag team titles on the line. Ray and Eddie. That was otherworldly.
Yeah.
Hurricane Runner over the top rope, and here comes the spear to Kurt Angle. Moves out of the way.
Oh.
Drop toe hold. Ankle lock / crossface from Angle Benoit on Edge.
The pain of that has got to be.
And here comes Ray with a drop kick to Benoit with a seated senton to Kurt Angle. Chavo pulling up Kurt Angle.
He's an underrated worker.
And here comes Ray for that dive. Chavo's phenomenal, mate.
Yeah.
Gavin Tam says, what if the curtain call never happened? Well, we never get Austin 316, do we? Triple H goes on to win King of the Ring. Lots and lots of stuff changes then, doesn't it? So, yeah, Gav, really good one. And in fact, that could be a really good first what if.
Oh.
Benoit and Eddie. Eddie out the ring. And now we've got Benoit and Edge. Benoit now hooking that deep German suplex on Edge. If you're watching along with us, Survivor Series 2002, 1 hour, 19 minutes, 23, 24, 25 seconds. If you're not watching along with us, what the hell are you doing here? Pause us, go and stick it on another tab, and then come back and press play for your alternate commentary.
Oh!
Benoit goes up, and as he does, Eddie comes off with the frog splash.
Oh!
Headbutt.
Yeah.
As we only knew.
And that looked nasty.
Angle slam to Eddie Guerrero. Benoit got the crossface on Edge, and Angle got the ankle lock on Eddie. Neither Eddie or Kurt Angle are legal men. Chavo hits Benoit with the belt.
Which is genius.
And Benoit got hit in the back, and now Angle's got it in his hands. This is sort of the start of that lion cheating feel. Lion cheating steel persona. Ray hitting Benoit into Angle. Angle powdering out to the outside. And now we've got Edge, Mysterio, and Benoit in the ring. Ray taking out Chavo on the outside, leaving Benoit and Edge in the ring. Educator, no, reversed. Benoit clothesline reversed. Spear by Edge. Onto Benoit. 1, 2, and a 3. Angle and Benoit eliminated from this elimination 3-way triple threat tag team match. So now we've got Edge and Ray versus the Guerreros. And I'm sure Angle and Benoit are going to argue now.
Yeah,
because this feud is this team is pretty much over. Angle slam to Edge, and Angle powdering out. Angle and Benoit just trying to one up each other here as they're arguing.
Yeah.
And arguing all the way to the back. And the only person who's not been hurt in that entire exchange, Eddie Guerrero, about to roll in the ring. Pins Edge.
Ooh.
And Edge kicks out. Really good match, this.
Told a great
and like
story.
I say, Benoit and Eddie, 18 months from now, both world champions at the end of the night at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The whole SmackDown 6 thing did him a huge favor. Here comes Chavo.
For me, whenever I hear Chavo, I always think of that start of that entrance.
Ooh, Chavo!
Dun, dun, dun.
Quality entrance music. Certainly in my top 25. Probably doesn't break the top 10.
Yeah. But it's one that you definitely remembers.
Ooh, Chavo!
Dun, dun, dun.
It's one of them that, like, you know, for example, if somebody's entrance music now started, can I get a, oh yeah? That's what I'm talking about. I think we need more memes in wrestling. Like, spin on that thing. Instead, something like that. Oh, can you tell I've had a drink? If you're watching on live with us, Survivor Series 2002, we're currently at 1 hour, 23 minutes, 28, 29, 30 seconds. If you are listening along as you're watching. If you're not, don't worry about it. Just listen to us. We're having a good time.
You know, joining on the fun. One thing I am going to say is about last night's Elimination Chamber in Toronto.
There was one thing. Okay.
There's one thing I want to cover that I did not like. And I mean, did not like. Travis Scott.
Yeah. Do you know what? I agree.
I understand you're trying to get the business out there, make a name for yourself, but he didn't need to be there. He shouldn't have been anywhere near that segment. And have you seen the alternative camera? Why are you punching Cody? And we're not talking
because
like
he's in the final boss's corporation.
Oh no, legit. Hits Cody. It's like, oh, you just broke the our main champion's face.
You got to stick it in, Matt Burns. You got to stick him in. Here comes Chavo. Low drop kick to Edge. And Edge is desperate for that hot tag. Got to get over to Rey Mysterio. Here comes Eddie again. Los Guerreros rocking and rolling. Edge ducks. Double flapjack. Go on, Edge. Make that tag.
That's a move.
Let's get Rey Mysterio in. Make the big tag here.
That's a move you don't see commonly.
Flapjack.
Yeah.
Fair. Here comes Rey Mysterio.
Especially the double one.
Yeah.
Count it.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Taking a few of them in my time. That's why I bulked up, Matt Burns, so I didn't have to take any more.
You can still take one.
Only if the guy was 22 foot tall.
I know somebody who could do it. No, correction, I know two. I know two people who could do it.
Listen, we're hammer slamming from now on. I'm not putting my body at risk any longer.
Exactly.
Oh,
by the way,
top rope hurricane runner.
I wasn't implying me. I wasn't
Chavo
implying
breaks
me.
up the pin on Eddie Guerrero from Rey Mysterio. Edge throws Chavo to the outside. We've got to get a finish here. Latino heat now.
Oof.
Here comes Rey with a 619. Oh, hits Eddie.
But you've got the referee distracted.
Edge has got the referee distracted. Mysterio gets hit with the belt by Chavo. Eddie's in the ring with Rey. Rey's been taken out, and here we go.
Can you name
a
the move?
from El Paso.
Yes, he can.
And Rey Mysterio taps out to Eddie Guerrero. And Los Guerreros are tag team champions. Latino heat. Latino heat. Loving it. Los Guerreros. Tag team titles. So within 3 weeks, Edge and Rey Mysterio, Kurt and Benoit, and Los Guerreros have been tag team champions.
Yep.
True story. And now we've got Kane warming up backstage.
Is this the second version of him? Or second costume version?
Third version.
Third. Yes, third.
Third version. This is what I call the red belts version of Kane. But here comes Christopher Nowinski before any of that happens. Our Harvard graduate, Christopher Nowinski.
And now professional expert in concussions.
And CTE, yeah, correct. Keep us going a set, Matt. I'm just going to get some more drink.
I will say this gentleman here, yes, he didn't end up making it in the WWE, but he's ended up implementing changes within WWE and sort of, yes, he didn't win the supposed lawsuit, but he managed to make enough noise to get them to listen to the message of what he was trying to get across to him. Yes, he might have. So in a way, yes, he didn't win the battle, but he certainly won the war. But in a way, sort of.
And not just with WWE, with the entire NFL as well.
Yeah. The fact is,
and with soccer as well, football in this country. So what you might not know, Matt Burns, is some of the changes to the Premier League.
I'm sorry. What did you call it?
Soccer, for any of our American fans. Football, as we would call it.
It's football.
Yeah, so, for example, the concussion sub is now a thing where you get an extra substitute if there's a head injury.
Yeah.
Also, I know this because my lad plays youth football, and any headers from under a certain age now have been banned and result in an instant free kick. And throw-ins have also been banned. It's now a kick-in at a certain age so that there's less chance of balls hitting heads. So it's caused major destruction throughout, loads of different sports. So they've done loads of work on it. So really good, actually.
As much as you could say it's disruption, it's something that you have to take into consideration.
Oh, listen, Matt Binns, for all the right reasons. I don't want people to think for a second I'm against it.
No. I was just about to add that in.
Positive disruption, absolutely.
Yeah, I was just about to add in that myself for you. I was just about to say it's a positive, and I know Scott's probably going to agree with me on that. That's what I was going to say.
Absolutely. Here's Chris Nowinski, and here is Matt Hardy, version 1. Oh yeah! What an epic entrance music. Matt keeps the room temperature at a toasty 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
I love
the Matt facts.
And it's the old graphic, the old WWE.com.
I know, but at the time, this was like revolutionary, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. For the moment.
WWEMattitude.com.
Was this Jim Johnson at the time?
Yeah.
For the music. You can tell.
Yeah, but I think this was from a band, actually. I think this was one that they'd licensed.
No, but even so, I still think it's great. Jim Johnson, he was great.
Matt Hardy, version 1.
The way he's talking right now, it's very similar to during the Hairs.
Yeah.
So
Matt Hardy.
There's early signs.
He evolved, didn't he? Thank you for watching along with us. If you are, we're currently at 1 hour, 31 seconds, 43, 44, 45 seconds. We're currently watching Christopher Nowinski and Matt Hardy argue in the ring. If you're not watching along live with us, that's fine. Just listen to us talk. Or pause us, go and turn it on, and then press play, and we can provide alternate commentary for you.
Why not?
Why not? And this is Matt agreeing with Chris Nowinski. They're not just stupid, they're losers.
Cheap heat.
Yeah. The Knicks suck. You want to see the Yankees.
Interesting fact. Do you know what the Heat match was?
No, I'd love to know what the Heat match was.
The Heat match was the Un-Americans, Lance Storm and William Regal versus Goldust and the Hurricane.
Nice.
It lasted 3 minutes and 1 second. Have a guess who won?
Oof. Go on, Tommy.
The Un-Americans.
The Un-Americans, yeah. Interesting that this exact moment now that we're watching is, you know, one of WCW's biggest stars gets the debut here. A dominating heel through 2000, 2001, and bringing him back in at this point. And there was huge rumors that he was going to go to TNA, NWA TNA at this time, but he comes to WWE first, and that's the best thing for him, I think. Here he comes.
For me, this is pre Matt Steiner.
Yeah.
Pre-Steiner Matt.
This promo, this pay-per-view, this moment is the best Scott Steiner ever got. It was all downhill from here. It was all downhill from here. But here comes Big Papa Pump live for WWE.
The weird thing about it is his look and gear does not scream out good guy, does it? Aesthetically.
No, but it was the name, the music, the whole package was the baby face at this point. It was excitement that he was in the WWE.
You know, the man who
soaking it all in.
The man who originally invented Suplex City.
Yeah, and the Frankensteiner. Here he comes, Big Papa Pump. It's funny what happens after this, so I'll let us watch the segment as it goes. But over the next few weeks, Eric Bischoff and Stephanie McMahon tried to sign Steiner to go on to either Raw or SmackDown, their specific shows. And eventually he signs with Raw, aligning as a face. And then he immediately feuds with Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. And, you know, straight into that Raw main event picture. Oh, overhead belly to bellies. Oof. Stiff shot to the back there. And he stays in WWE for the next year and a half, 2 years. By mid-2004, he's released, and he then does join
Did that bring any memories back?
What?
The stiff shot. That bring any memories back?
To the back, yeah, just a few. But it doesn't really last long for him. It's 6 months, and then he falls right down the card.
Yeah.
And he does suffer from what they call a drop foot, which is what Carmella's been suffering from, and probably the reason she's decided to retire / been released.
Yeah.
But it obviously impacts his ability in terms of his in-ring work, just in terms of his movement, etc. But I think this is peak Steiner. I don't think he gets any better than this for him. Again, if you're watching along with us, the clock on the screen is where we are watching on Netflix, Peacock, DVD, wherever you're watching. We're currently 1 hour, 36 seconds, 1 hour, 36 minutes and 45, 46, 47 seconds in. And Scott Steiner got the mic. This goes to all my freaks in New York City. Big Papa Pump, there's a hookup. Hello. Yeah, pre-Steiner math, but still a very good promo. And like I say, Matt Vince, I think that is peak Scott Steiner. It never gets any better than that in WWE. Scott Steiner does not skip arm day. And we're about to kick off now, Matt Burns. There's only one match left. And And down comes this
hang on.
Elimination Chamber for the first time ever.
Time already? Is it that time already?
It's main event time. We do get a promo first, though, where Eric Bischoff comes out and talks about his, inverted commas, creation, where he talks about the Elimination Chamber. And he gets, we're going to watch it in a second, but he gets a lead pipe stuck in the metal grate. It's quite funny to watch, actually, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, but I'm just going to point this out. I want you to say, who invented that match?
Well, according to kayfabe, it was, and we know this, Eric Bischoff. According to the Kafabi.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
Oh, hold on, because we're getting some Randy Orton injury news update. God, he was young.
Just looking at him there compared to what we saw yesterday.
God, imagine if he saw himself now.
Actually, correction. I say yesterday. I'll say early hours this morning.
Yeah. For us, absolutely.
So different.
Get well, Randy at WWE.com. I wonder if that's still an open email. Anyone who's watching this, send your get well emails to Randy Orton at getwellrandy@WWE.com.
No. Don't send him now. Wait till he gets injured again and then send them.
The huge Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rob Van Dam, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Chris Jericho, Booker T, and Kane.
Say the truth.
10 tons of solid steel.
Say the truth. Although
I love these pre-match videos.
Yeah.
36 feet. And obviously we've got the new reimagined version of the chamber now. But this is the original, tough as nails, hurts to land Elimination Chamber.
Which one do you think is better?
To look at, I think the new one's better. I think it's smarter. I think it's certainly a better product.
Safer.
But safer, certainly. But I do like the fact that this version of the Elimination Chamber is legitimately stiff.
It's gritty.
Yeah. It hurts. That's what I like about it.
You know when someone gets thrown over that top rope and they land on that metal, just you just see that cold dread of pain go through them. And props to these individuals for putting themselves through this.
Yeah, 1000%.
And every other competitor who was in this version of the Elimination Chamber.
Well, it was basically these 6 plus Goldberg, I think.
Might have been, yeah.
There might have been a few more over the
it.
years. I just remember, maybe. I can't remember when they swapped the chamber out, but there was probably loads more than that. But I only ever remember the first 2, which was this one. And then in about 12 months, they do another one with Goldberg, Randy Orton.
Yeah. Well, they had the Extreme one, didn't they?
Oh, God, yeah. With the Big Show and CM Punk.
Then you also got the one You also got the one that Shawn Michaels wasn't in, but he was in. The way he hid.
And it's not just that, is it? Eventually we get to the point where we have the New Year's Revolution one that John Cena won, where Edge cashes in the first ever Money in the Bank briefcase. The Elimination Chamber is a truly iconic piece of kit.
With the original, the difference is with the new one, there's one thing that you can't do in the new one that Shawn Michaels did in the original version of it.
Go on.
How he sneaked into the Elimination Chamber under the grid.
Yeah. Triple H getting ready. No beard. Looks weird. It's like he's inverted his hair from beard to head.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe I believe this was I was going to take a guess because we're Gavin. Isn't this Gavin's favorite wrestler?
Triple H, yeah, 1000%.
Definitely.
Triple H, man. We are getting into, the whole Triple H reign of terror here. And when you look back, Triple H was the obvious choice to be the big heel on Raw at this time. But I do think more people should have beaten him. Booker T feels like a missed opportunity at the time.
Oh, definitely.
Only a few months later at WrestleMania. Obviously, Michaels gets wins over him, but Michaels arguably a more established star at this point. He's only been out for 4 years.
Booker T should have, especially with the whole reason of why they were feuding.
Yeah. And he is that damn good, Matt Burns.
He is.
The coach looks scared talking to him. Coach is selling it.
That's a good line.
Yeah, absolutely. And here comes Eazy-E. And better on the net. Oh, I love Eric Bischoff. A very underrated character, in my opinion.
Oh, he was. Oh, I just realised this was also the chamber. Now, because in the new one, if you got on top of the pods, right,
It's
no one
fiberglass.
Yeah. On these ones,
it's chain.
That had to suck. I'm waiting for that moment.
Happens anytime now. But if you see there, he's already ripped all the grate up.
Also, can you see the post in the pod? You've also got it. You've got a bit of a gap now on the new one, where that one you haven't. You've actually got to get in the ring instead of going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very tight, isn't it, between the pod and the.
That one that seems a bit more spacious than that in the original, where
I think it's because we squared it off. It might seem like more room, but I mean, we saw it last night. The guys had enough room in there to be able to.
No. I mean, you got more width, but less depth. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's because it's squarer. The whole chamber now is more square. The reason he shouldn't even been out there. The reason he's out there is because they were killing for time.
Damaging the grate.
Yeah, exactly. So when you land on it now,
that's going to hit. Stop hitting it. Stop.
They might have cut it out to the replay.
What?
They might have cut it out to the replay.
Yeah, they have. They have.
Bit like where they cut out Bill Goldberg falling over at SummerSlam.
Oh. There was almost a slip up then.
I know he nearly went out then, did he?
The one thing I will say is, with the new ones, the entrance door is a lot more safer. If you want evidence,
it's the steps, not the door. It's the steps.
No, I'm
them
about
steps
both.
have still got the big hole in them.
Yeah, they've got the big hole. But if you think about it, though, the actual door though is a lot more safe because if you want to,
Matt Baines, I bet you don't remember this. live from WWF The World in New York City.
Saliva.
Yeah. Having his entrance music sung live from New York.
Was this one of his rare songs that he had a bit?
Yeah. I think this was the ones only just because he could have it sung live.
Can you blame him, though?
No, absolutely not. King of My World.
Yeah. King of My World. Such a good song.
Jericho in the ring. One half of the Raw Tag Team Champions at this time. We've got another comment in from Gav. I remember Shawn Michaels wearing his horrible brown trousers for this match. True story, Gav. And I've got the whole detail for that for you.
Yeah, he's probably wearing the brown pants because he's probably cacking himself.
And that is the
He
reason
wore the brown pants.
Ref watch, Matt Baines, any ideas?
It's the WCW one as well.
It is.
That's going to kill me now.
Ideas?
That's going to kill me now. That is because he's the one I used to hate.
I'll tell you. I'll put you out your misery. It's Nick Patrick. That one is.
I got the first name in my head. It was just the last name.
His dad was a famous promoter, actually. Nick Patrick. I think Nick Patrick promotes now, anyway. Smaller shows in America. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, when I said I disliked him, I don't mean I actually hate him. It was yeah, I just pointed that out.
I get it, mate. I get it. Gavin Tam's got it straight in. Not quite as quick as me, but quick. Nick Patrick. You're right, Gav. Referee names are important. So what actually happened was he ordered some gear. Hold on. Booker T's on his way. I'll wait till Shawn Michaels' entrance before I give this detail.
An individual who is a record setter, I've been in the Hall of Fame multiple times, and is such a iconic individual.
The five-time WCW champion.
At this time. He's more than that now, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. I think he held the world title on SmackDown twice, maybe 3 times. At least a 7-time world champion by the time he'd finished.
And I was glad he was able to
hold tight for the whole, I'll do it on Shawn Michaels' entrance, for the whole horrible brown trousers story.
Did he lose a bet or something?
Here comes the big red machine in what I like to refer to as his red belts attire.
Yeah, he's down. He's hoping for his Canaanites.
Oh, the Canaanites. That was the previous gear, actually. That was still the previous gear. That was through the invasion, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Canaanites.
Just after.
I had to mention. I think this is the band is Seven Dust.
Close. This is Slow Chemical by Finger 11.
Ah, I thought it was Seven
Only
Dust.
because I was listening to it this morning. True story.
Oh. Well, Finger 11, is it?
Finger 11. Slow Chemical by Finger 11.
Come on.
Here we go. So you're ready. Picture this. You're Shawn Michaels. You've been retired for 4 years. You come back at SummerSlam, steal the show, and now you're in the first ever Elimination Chambers match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Huge moment, right? Now, if you're in a historic main event, you'd probably make sure you've got some fresh custom-made gear. something flashy, something iconic, but not Shawn. No, no,
I've just
no.
remembered.
Instead, he walks out of the ring in what can only be described as brown tights. Poo brown tights.
I've
They
just
look
remembered why.
unfinished, unwashed, and uninspired. So, if you showed me this gear and told me this is what Shawn Michaels wearing when he wins the world title, I think you're lying. But here's the best part. Shawn didn't even want to wear them. His usual gear wasn't ready. So these were his backup tights. So that's right. He wrestles in this match in a World Heavyweight Championship match in a pair of emergency, last-minute thrift store-looking tights. And the fans never forgot. So to this day, Survivor Series 2002 is legendary for two things, Matt Burns. Number one is the poo brown tights. And number two is the first ever Elimination Chamber match. Shawn never wore these again, which tells you everything you need to know. And even his boots hadn't arrived. So he's in his cowboy boots. At least now we can say, no matter how bad your fashion choices are, you'll never look as bad as Shawn Michaels did when he won the world title.
I think the order you put them in was in the wrong order.
What do you mean?
Number one should be the Elimination Chamber, and then brown pants number two.
No. It's mainly remembered for the poo brown tights.
No. Think about it. Number two.
Like it. One of a kind.
Oh, but yeah, genuinely, I actually thought it was because there was a loss of his gear.
If you're watching along with us live, we are currently at 1 hour, 54 minutes and 32 seconds for Survivor Series 2002. We're watching along on Netflix, but you can watch on Peacock, on DVD, however you've got the media. Just press pause on us until you've got it loaded up, and then press play, and we can provide alternate commentary. And we're just having a laugh watching it, guys. That's what we love to do. Make sure if you're not already, you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, Matt Burns.
Additional interesting fact for you. RVD's gear.
RVD's
was
gear?
Always unique.
Airbrushed.
Yes. He was at one point the only one to have it done. But there's now officially only two wrestlers who had their gear airbrushed in WWE.
Go on.
You know it's RVD.
Yeah.
Can you guess who the second one is?
Go on, you tell me.
Maybe you might need to feed him more.
Well, Matt Burns, it gives me great pleasure to tell you you're wrong. And you're about to get Scott statisticked.
Go on, let's hear it.
Ravishing Rick Rude also had his gear airbrushed for every event, which is how he got different people's faces airbrushed onto the tights and the Intercontinental title airbrushed onto his tights. So you've got to go back even further. Rob Van Dam was actually inspired by Ravishing Rick Rude. How about that?
I completely forgot about that for a minute.
Yeah, there you go, mate. You can have that on me. Scott statistic. We're learning stuff every day, Matt Burns.
Hang on. You know, my pack's been erased and yours is overtaken.
Here comes the game. Triple H and Rob Van Dam to start this Elimination Chamber match.
Now, anybody who's champion right now is going to be sitting there thinking to himself, I hate the fact that I'm starting this match because I've got to go through the entire match.
Do you think Paul Levesque in real life ever sits at in events that he absolutely shouldn't be doing this, but he takes a swig of water and thinks, I should spit this water now?
He doesn't just walk into the car making his entrance to his car. Have you seen the video?
Remember there was that video of him with Linda McMahon was getting sworn in as some sort of political leader, and he's he's taking a sip of water and just thinking, go on, spit it. Spit the water, Triple H. Spit it.
No, have you seen the video online with Stephanie? Stephanie gets in the car and goes, come on, Hannah, hurry up. And then all of a sudden the camera goes through him and also you see him walking like that.
Here they are, starting the first ever Elimination Chamber, Matt Burns.
Locking him up.
Rob Van Dam, Triple H, World Heavyweight title on the line. And here's what I think is really interesting about this.
Go on.
Is by the end of the night, one of these superstars will injure the other. There's a serious injury in this match. I'm gonna put a pin in that until we get there. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just saying that when Triple H does his that grand entrance towards the car, he gets in the car and Seth just goes, "Why'd you do that every time we get into the car?" And Triple H just goes, "Well, you've always got to have a grand entrance."
Love it. Need to face on Rob Van Dam. Triple H in the black trunks, black knee pads, black boots.
Here we go.
Triple H symbol on the back. Rob Van Dam in the Rob Van Dam, black knee pads, black kit pads, black boots. And there's Shawn Michaels with his Karen haircut, waiting. We've got Oshan. We've got Oshan Hughes in the chat saying hello. Hello, Oshan.
Hello,
Thanks for joining us. Gavin Tams, trachea. That's a hint for the injury, Matt Burns. We'll get there when we get there.
I'm trying to remember.
But Gavin Tams would know because his favourite wrestler is Triple H. So this is easy trivia for Gavin Tams.
No, it's going to be Triple H.
Gav goes, oh, he's nearly out. He nearly gets eliminated from the chamber there. Rob Van Dam. Big taunt there from RVD. As we approach the 2-hour mark of Survivor Series 2002, if you're watching along with us, again, I'll say it, get your thoughts in the chat. If you're watching along with us, we're currently Survivor Series 2002. Me and Matt Burns, we're watching on Netflix, but you can be watching DVD, Peacock, or however you consume your wrestling. We're currently at 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 41, 42, 43 seconds, and enjoying every minute.
And Triple H is bleeding already.
Yeah, and that's a rolling thunder from Rob Van Dam from the inside to the outside on the metal grate.
That had to hit no matter what.
This Elimination Chamber totally unforgiving at this time.
I almost said a dad joke then. Almost.
Don't do it. You're better than that.
You know what? No, I'm going to do it.
Rob putting Triple H back in the ring.
With them landing on the outside on the grated metal, must really grate them up, mustn't it?
Oh, you know what, Matt Burns? It deserves it. You can have it. Here's your round of applause.
Here we go. There. Because that didn't
Jericho
happen.
getting involved.
That can't happen in the new one.
No, because of the roof.
He best be wearing a cup.
Again, if you're watching on live, get your comments in the live chat. Currently 2 hours, 1 minute and 10 seconds in. As Rob Van Dam on the top, giving a sort of flip dive onto Triple H, almost a swanton, if you like.
Or a rolling cannonball.
Yeah. Triple H already bleeding on the outside. Shawn Michaels not looking concerned at all, but watching along.
Yeah. You can hear the grate, just that thud. No give, is there?
You can see it on the back. You see the grate marks on Triple H's back then.
That's what I mean. Over. He was always the one to do the first.
You can tell, can't you, the guys that we know who are Triple H fans, because they emulate a lot of his style. So Gary Tams is one. Obviously, Dave Delvecchio, another. Huge Triple H fans that we know personally.
I do a little bit. I just borrow a little bit, just the water. What?
And here comes the first ever entrant from a pod in an Elimination Chamber match. And here comes Jericho. Jericho!
Oh, shred down.
Straight down. There's no fire. Oh, big kick.
Oh,
and a spinning wheel kick. And you know what happens if you're wrestling Rob Van Dam? Once them kicks start flying, you better get your hands up.
Or just get out of there.
I've drunk quite a lot of Southern Comfort tonight, Matt Burns. Don't know about you. And here we are now. We've got some more people watching. So just live, 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 3, 4, 5 seconds in to the Elimination Chamber Survivor Series 2002. If you watched along live with us, we're watching on Netflix, but however you consume your professional wrestling, get it on and we'll watch it together. We're providing alternate commentary as Rob Van Dam goes to the top rope and tries to jump on Jericho, but Spider-Man's onto the chamber. And
first one to do it.
A crossbody back. Well, I mean, you could say that about a lot of things. First ever punch thrown in the Elimination Chamber.
That's what I mean. There's a lot of firsts in this match.
There is. First ever Elimination Chamber referee, Matt Burns. What's his name? It's Ref Watch.
Earl Hebner.
No, that's Dave Hebner. No, it is Earl Hebner. I'm just kidding. Earl Hebner. And this is what I love about these matches. So it's similar to the Royal Rumble. At this point now, you've got a temporary 2-on-1 match where you've got 2 heels, 1 babyface.
And you've got a babyface who's in peril.
Exactly. Come on, baby. Bear with me, Matt Burns. I'm just going to refresh my snacks.
No worries. Triple H with the high knee. RVD and Jericho with the running senton. Some great teamwork there. It's just interesting the fact that this match originated at Survivor Series. But and it was always at Survivor Series, if I'm not mistaken, that they did this sort of match for a bit. But then eventually it became its own pay-per-view and sort of built up on it and then ended up moving to its own date, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I think the original was that the Survivor Series was seen as a replacement for the traditional Survivor Series elimination tag. Something a bit more in line with where the industry was going. But I mean, actually, the Survivor Series elimination tag's good as long as you do it properly. And now we've replaced it with War Games. But Elimination Chamber absolutely deserved its own event by the end.
Yeah. But interesting fact. The Elimination Chamber name. Can you name the country that doesn't allow that name?
Ooh, Elimination Chamber.
And what it's called instead.
I have no idea. Go on, fill me in. I'm honestly not sure.
Germany.
Is that due to like the Nazi connotations?
Yeah.
What's it called there then?
No Escape. No Escape, it's called. So as you can imagine, definitely different. I'm feeling them chops.
Jericho sends Van Dam into the corner.
That was a smooth counter. Definitely a smooth counter that was for RVD.
It's interesting this because we're going to get into Jericho in the match now. He's a tag team champion, but Jericho and Michaels are not far off a big feud here. So this match almost serves as the start for them as well. Here comes Booker, who's going to himself be in a massive feud come WrestleMania in about 4 months.
Yeah. With Triple H.
Against Triple H, yeah. Booker T with the spinner, really. Now we've got RVD and Booker T lining up, and they're starting to find our former teammates in the alliance.
Yeah.
And we've got another comment here from Oshan Hughes. Watching your favorite Elimination Chamber last night. Well, the Elimination Chamber last night was phenomenal, wasn't it, Matt Burns? We talked about that a little earlier, you know, the John Cena turn, the Randy Orton return, the Jade Cargill return, the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens match. What was your highlight of the night, Matt Burns?
I can't take away from the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match because they were absolutely brutal and barbaric with each other. But it would be hard to remiss that men's Elimination Chamber match.
None of that was my favorite moment. My favorite moment was when Cody Rhodes told The Rock to fuck you.
No, I was about to say leading up to it. My team match.
That did, and my kids were not expecting it.
Yeah.
My kids thought that was the best thing ever. Cody Rhodes is a hero. And then John Cena made them both cry.
I saw a picture of where it says, it's like it's on a phone at the top. It says a message from Dad. Why are you crying? And all you see is pictures of John Cena, turning on Cody Rhodes.
I saw a meme of John Cena, do you want to do this? Make a wish. And he just drops a mic in front of him. This is it. This is it. Matt Burns, this is the broken trachea.
Yeah. I know what you're on about.
I'm sure Gavin Tams is ready for this. Triple H's broken trachea happens right now. He's just not far enough out for him. But, I mean, how do you practice this? You don't, do you?
You don't.
Rob Van Dam. And boom, knee over the throat, and Triple H knows it straight away.
Yeah, that had to hurt.
I'll tell you what I think is interesting about this. It's not actually the most impressive dive in the world, and it doesn't necessarily look very dangerous or painful. But often the ones that don't look that bad are the ones that really hurt you.
Yeah. That you can see Triple H literally doing that.
How he manages to do the rest of the night, I'll never know. Booker T eliminates Rob Van Dam before Kane and Shawn Michaels even get in the ring.
Hang on. You're saying that about Triple H? The man who completed a match with a torn quad.
Well, he completes this match with a broken trachea, so...
I'm surprised he didn't go down the Kurt Angle route. He did it all with a broken freaking neck. Or a broken trachea.
Had he won, I'm sure we would have heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Jericho and Booker T now. Jericho, the face buster on Booker T. We've got Jericho, Booker T, Triple H legal in the match. We've got Kane and Shawn Michaels still in pods. We've got Rob Van Dam been eliminated. And Booker T hits the Alabama Slammer on Jericho, center of the ring. Both men go down.
Would you say Alabama Slammer, or would you say it was more of a spine buster?
Watch your back, Matt Burns. That was an Alabama Slammer. Might not be called that there, but it is.
It's over his shoulder, not over his head.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same. Shoulder, spine buster. Over the head
because he's that damn good. True story. Hope you Canaanites are ready, because here comes the big red machine. At 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 32 seconds of Survivor Series 2002, Kane enters the match. Kane, right hands to Booker T, Chris Jericho, firing off. And this is the sort of match that Kane could have easily won.
Oh,
just
yeah.
come off that Intercontinental title run. The titles had been unified with the world title that Triple H has got. And I was disappointed at this point that they got rid of the Intercontinental title, actually.
They did, didn't they?
Not too disappointed that they got rid of the hardcore title, but certainly disappointed that the Intercontinental title had gone.
They did, didn't they? But it wasn't permanently gone, was it? I'm just trying to remember. Did they do it?
It comes back. It comes back at Bad Blood next year. Christian wins it in a battle royal. But yeah, for now it's gone. They've combined it with the World Heavyweight title. So there's one singles title on Raw at this point, and this is it. So there's a single, there's a tag, and there's a women's, and that's it.
I will say that Perspex was just ow. Just face first.
You wouldn't want to hit it.
And look at Triple H now. He's selling like a boss.
I don't think he's selling as much as he's legit hurt.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Triple H goes down.
Get some rest. Get some rest.
Jim Ross reminded us that it's every man for himself as I fill up my Southern Comfort and lemonade. Other alcoholic beverages are available.
And there's, you know, where the Burning Truth is not sponsored by them either.
Although we will take sponsors if anybody's interested.
Oh,
we will sell our soul to anybody that wants to sponsor.
Yes,
and
Rock.
a choke slam from Kane to Booker T.
Yes, Rock. We will sell our souls.
We will. That was my favorite meme of last week. The Rock wants Cody's soul, but where will he put his adrenaline? Adrenaline in my soul. Oh my God, it's Cody Rhodes. Jericho eliminates Booker T at 2 hours 14 minutes. We're now 2 hours 15 minutes and 3.
Did he also
5 seconds
eliminate
into Survivor
RVD?
Series 2002? Yeah.
So he's got 2 eliminations there.
No, Booker T eliminated RVD.
Or was it Booker T?
Yeah. So now we've got Kane, Jericho, Triple H in the ring. Michaels still to come out of the pod. Triple H seriously injured at this point and cannot compete. So Kane and Jericho are just sort of covering for him.
Do you know who the first ever winner of this match that wasn't originally scheduled in for a version of this match? For the actual match it was meant to be based on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's one wrestler who competed in the elimination twice on the same night.
Not a clue.
Because they lost the first one and then won the second one.
Matt Baines just put us out of a misery.
Edge. Because he went into the first Elimination Chamber as the champion, got rolled up in the first one, got the first eliminated, so they were guaranteed a new champion. And then when it came to the second one, because Kofi was meant to be in it, took out Kofi and took his spot.
And won the other title.
Yes.
Triple H. Oh, being taken out again.
Being brave.
Kane about to throw him off the top rope, and he does. Triple H down off that top rope by Kane. Kane, Triple H, and Jericho all in the ring now, just waiting for that last entrant. HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Well, I bet you know, the question is here is, does Shawn know that Triple H is injured?
Oh, maybe. I'm sure somebody's feeding him information.
If they aren't, he's got to be reading Triple H's body language. Or the first time.
The good thing about being in the chamber is it's much easier to relay information.
Yeah.
And here comes Shawn. Here he comes with his mum bob, his Karen haircut, and his brown tights, his emergency tights.
And cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots. Big clothesline from Kane, putting Shawn Michaels down after a quick flurry on Jericho. Again, if you're watching along at home, alternative commentary here on Survivor Series 2002, the first ever Elimination Chamber match we're currently watching. But Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Kane, and Triple H all in the ring. We are currently at 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 12, 13, 14 seconds, as Gavin Tam says, because we're just that damn good. And I'm starring that chat. That is chat of the night so far.
What, because he's that damn good?
Because we're that damn good. I'm claiming it for us.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't turn around and say that, you're referring to yourself, but okay, that's fine. I'll take that.
Putting myself over. Kane got Jericho up for a choke bomb. You don't see many choke bombs anymore.
Ooh.
Get Shawn for that choke slam.
Ooh. Not the right guy. Oh, no!
Choke slam for Triple H from Kane. Now Jericho off the top, caught in a choke slam from Kane again. Up he goes, choke slam to Jericho. That's all 3 members of this match choke slammed by Kane.
I believe we've got a question.
We've got a chat there. Where you lads watching? Currently watching on Netflix. We're in the UK, so we're watching on Netflix. 2 hours, 19 minutes and 23, 24, 25 seconds in. But if you can get it on Peacock or DVD or wherever you watch your wrestling, just pause us or rewind. We're offering alternate commentary for Survivor Series 2002. And I've had a couple of drinks, so cheers.
He's been behaved for now.
I'm behaving best I can. Triple H gets Kane up for the pedigree. Pedigree to Kane.
Oh, this is the multiple finisher.
But can't get the pin. Jericho with the lion salt. That's after a super kick as well. Jericho pins Kane for the 1, 2, 3, and Kane is eliminated from the first ever Elimination Chamber. Juan, once again, mate, thanks very much for your chat. But yeah, we're watching on Netflix, baby. We get everything on Netflix these days, except WCW pay-per-views. Whoa, huge clothesline from Jericho to Michaels outside the ring.
Don't remind me, because I was sitting there thinking, because we were discussing this, weren't we?
Well, we were slated to watch Super Brawl 99 tonight, or Super Brawl 92. But that's totally off the agenda.
Yeah, fortunately.
Because believe it or not, we're not big collectors of WCW physical media.
or you could have been one of the rare few who had a massive collection, decided to get rid of it because of the network, and then the network goes, bye!
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, we did well, to be fair. We held on to the WWE network till last year.
That we did. But I do wonder when I do feel like it is going to eventually transition into it. Eventually, hopefully, maybe. But here we go.
Big news, mate. A certain White Tiger's at home. His missus is having contractions, so you never know. Might happen tonight. Might have a baby White Tiger too. The White Tiger 3 might be born tonight.
The Tiger Unleashed.
We've got Triple H. We've got Jericho. We've got Michaels.
The fact that Triple H was injured during this time, give credit to him. The fact that he still went on and continued on during this time.
There's quite a lot going on in this match when you think about it. So Triple H and Michaels were one of the marquee matches for SummerSlam this year. Triple H and Chris Jericho were the WrestleMania main event this year.
Yeah.
They've also wrestled in Hell in a Cell a few months earlier at Judgment Day.
Oof. It's just scary, that is.
And Michaels and Jericho will wrestle at WrestleMania.
But anyway, here we go. Great communication.
There's nothing you want more than to get Michaels out of this match.
Yeah.
But Triple H is obviously struggling.
Yeah, exactly. And you can tell, but the thing is, you know, for someone who's injured,
he's not just injured, Matt Baines. He can't breathe.
That's what I'm saying.
He's physically struggling.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The fact that he goes as far as he does, because right now,
yeah,
they could have Jim
eliminated him, got him gone. Absolutely. Again,
like
if you are watching along live with us, we are looking to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We'll love you forever. Do all the good stuff. Leave us a comment. Yeah, and I will genuinely, I will love you forever. As Jericho and Michaels are battling it out outside the ring, Triple H is still involved as well. Kane, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, all eliminated in this match. Watching Survivor Series 2002, the first ever Elimination Chamber match, 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 58, 59, 24 minutes on Netflix. Michaels now looking to pile drive Jericho on the outside. Going to get reversed into the big back body drop. Oof. Horrible bump on those grates.
It's just when you just hear the
yeah, it's just not a very nice structure, is it, at all?
No. I'm breathing hard.
Michaels and Triple H in the ring. Duck, forearm, and here comes the kip up from Michaels. It's coming. 2 feet.
Whoop.
Oh, and he's still got it, baby. All these years later.
Yeah.
Oh, but a face buster by Jericho. Jericho going for the lion salt. Gets the lion salt. 1, 2, and a kick out by the bloodied Michaels at this point.
I think that was some good for telling us, you know, a bit of a surprise. You know, you sort of had him beating others with the lion salt, but yet when he just done it there, no.
Doesn't work on Michaels.
No.
I just think, do you know what? Through the years, Michaels as a babyface, and I know people like him as a heel, DX, you know, against Bret Hart, etc. People love him as a heel. But for me, Michaels is the perfect underdog babyface.
Yes.
The boyhood dream has come true. At this point, when Michaels is coming back from his back injury, he's such a good underdog babyface for me. Trying to put Jericho into the walls of Jericho.
Oh, do you know why?
Deep Boston Crab.
Do you know why he stopped using the lion tamer?
Go on.
Because it was A, safer, and B, he couldn't do. He was struggling to do the lion tamer on bigger guys.
Yeah, on the main eventers as opposed to the cruiserweights. Yeah,
and also for safety of his opponent, because when he's doing the lion tamer, you got to have his knee in the back, but he's also got practically almost a foot or his other knee on the head as well. So it's a really uncomfortable move.
Yeah, I can see that. Boston Crab works just as effectively as well. If nobody else is using it, it can be the best submission on the show. Neater face from Triple H to Chris Jericho. Cover on Jericho, 2 counts and a kick out. And we've still got Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Jericho alive in this match.
Yes. And bear in mind, you know, if any move can become a finisher if it's presented right.
Absolutely. Case in point, the Master Lock. It's a full Nelson, for God's sake.
I remember when Paul Heyman put his thoughts onto it, and he turned around and he said, you know, someone said to him, you couldn't get the bear hug.
Balls of Jericho on Triple H. He's going to tap out. Triple H is going to tap out here to Jericho. There's too much pressure on that back. That Boston Crab, that Walls of Jericho locked in. Triple H trying to get to the ropes. Jericho pulls him back to the center, but as he does, super kick from Michaels. into the pin. And that's the 3 count. Jericho eliminated.
Yeah, straight away.
Go on, Matt Burns, finish your thought.
I was trying to remember what my original thought was.
Wasn't as important as that Sweet Chin Music.
No, it wasn't.
And now we're down to Shawn and Triple H. Shawn wearing a crimson mask. Triple H bloodied.
And injured.
Both of these guys bloodied. Triple H suffering from a broken trachea. That's his throat pipe.
Oh, that was it. Just remembered. Chris Jericho, Paul Heyman got asked, and someone suggested to him saying you couldn't make the bear hug into a finish. And he turns around and he just goes, "Really? Okay, so then if I tell this wrestler I've got in my mind, right, to start using that as a finish, and he grabbed you, are you telling me you wouldn't believe it as a finisher?" And he goes, "Well, you can't find it already." And he just goes, leans in, just goes, "Mark Henry."
Michaels and Triple H now. Oh, Michaels' big back body dropped onto that steel grate outside the ring. Survivor Series 2002, the first ever Elimination Chamber. And we are 2 hours, 29 minutes and 15, 16, 17 seconds through. If you're watching along with us, we're watching on Netflix, but watch wherever you can. Peacock, DVD, whatever you've got.
Yeah.
We're coming towards the finish of the match now, the first ever Elimination Chamber. Absolutely phenomenal. We talked about Michael's brown tights. We talked about Rob Van Dam coming off the top of the chamber.
Oh.
We talked about Jericho and Booker T and Kane and his Canaanites. And now we've got Michaels onto that grate and catapult into that Perspex glass and through the glass.
Now, I remember somebody saying to me, "Well, that could never work." The catapult. Yes, it does.
I mean, it worked all right there, doesn't it? Catapult through that Perspex on Michaels into that pod. And Michael's a bloody mess.
Yeah.
Triple H is a bloody mess, and who knows what's going to happen next.
Now, what I'm on about is they said that's not believable, that you could legitimately do that.
I mean, he just did. So
he did. And the fact is, unless you've actually had it done to you or done it yourself, you don't know. Believe me, that can catapult you. Talking from experience.
And again, we've got this underdog, Shawn Michaels. 4 years off with a devastating broken back and that injury. Beats Triple H at SummerSlam, but then gets hit in the back with that sledgehammer. Is announced for the Elimination Chamber match. Comes in not his regular gear, complete underdog. Comes out last, struggles to keep up the pace with the rest of the guys. And, at this point, we've got to believe that Michaels can do it. Michaels can beat Triple H.
Here we go.
Based on this match and this match alone, Matt Burns, can you see why it was used so often? Why it's become a staple in a yearly match?
Yes. Yes. This is a great way to, especially with it being a Survivor Series as well. It was a good way, titles could change hands and, certain things could happen. Until the only thing is, with where it's moved to now, it's moved to sort of like the final stop before WrestleMania.
Well, I think it's back to that this year. I don't think it has been over the last few years, but certainly as Michaels and Triple H are trading blows here, certainly has become again this year. And I'm here for it, to be fair, because I do think WrestleMania does need that final stop after the Rumble.
No, it does.
And Roadblock certainly wasn't it. Or what was the one? Fastlane.
Roadblock, Fastlane, and a few others.
Yeah.
The point being is, I'm not against the idea of it being there. It's just it does make you wonder, what are the odds of a new champion being crowned? But
Yeah, I do
I
like
think
it as the number one contendership match. You have to go through the chamber to get to the champion. I like that.
bingo, you just nailed it.
But I do think we missed something there where, for example, when Cena got through the chamber as the champion and then Edge cashed in, you know, those days of the match being brutal, a brutal championship match, and then, you know, the champion's got to go through hell to retain. I do sometimes miss that.
And I think that was at an
New
event.
Year's Revolution.
I was just about to say, was that also the first time the Elimination Chamber wasn't on Survivor Series or Elimination Chamber?
Probably. There was no Elimination Chamber pay-per-view then, so it was just, it had just been at Survivor Series for a couple of years. I think that's New Year's Revolution 2005.
And it was the only one, was it?
2005 maybe. Where's Shawn going now? He's on the top rope. He's looking at the top of that pod. We've already had Rob Van Dam come off there and cause major injury. And now Shawn goes up there for the elbow and boom. Top of the pod, elbow drop on Triple H. And now we just need to know if Shawn Michaels, can he capitalize?
Here's an interesting fact for you. Did you know that New Year's Revolution?
Yeah.
When was the last time it was used? The name?
Oh, I've no idea.
For PLE, it was 2007.
Yeah, it sounds about right. They didn't do it for very long.
But did you know it's not the last? It wasn't the actual last time. They actually used it for marketing as SmackDown New Year's Revolution.
Oh, did they? Did they do that?
That's 2024.
I much prefer the terminology they used a few years ago where they did a show on the 1st of January and called it Day One.
Day One.
I really enjoyed Day One.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I would do a show called Day One every year, especially if the Rumble isn't going to come till February. And I would do Day One, no matter what day it's on. It's a special.
Solid.
Pedigree to Shawn Michaels from Triple H. And at this point, you're thinking that's got to be it. Triple H retains the title, goes on to finish the year, and then on to WrestleMania as the champion.
Yep. At least you think.
At this point, that's definitely what you think. After that pedigree, he's going to roll on him. It's going to be the 3 counts. As we hit 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 39, 40, 41 seconds of Survivor Series 2002. Thanks for watching along with us. If you are, we really appreciate it. Myself and Matt Burns. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers at the bottom. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and do all the good stuff, and we'll love you forever. As Michaels hits a huge kick out from that pedigree.
Yeah.
And Michaels now trying to will himself into this match. Triple H goes for another pedigree. Hooks those arms. Michaels, big back body drop to Triple H into the corner. Tuning up the band. Super kick to Triple H. Spins around for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Michaels wins the World Heavyweight Championship. And this is an interesting moment, Matt Burns, because that is now a WWE Championship, right? The World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
But it does mark the only time that Michaels holds what historically is the WCW Championship.
Yes.
The big gold around Michaels' waist. We get the confetti from the first Elimination Chamber, and we get Shawn Michaels as champion for the first time since 1998. 4.5 years on from losing the title to Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 14, we get Shawn Michaels as the champion at Survivor Series.
So good. So good. So
the blue brown tights. So, yeah, just to recap that, I suppose we get, the brutal Elimination Chamber, the structure totally not what it became, but in this iteration, really, really painful. We get Rob Van Dam he did crush Triple H's throat, injuring his trachea with that 5-star frog splash off the top of the pod. We get Jericho and Michaels tension foreshadowing their feud leading to WrestleMania 19. Obviously, Booker T and Triple H will head to WrestleMania 19. Also, Triple H and Shawn Michaels will have a rematch at Armageddon, the last pay-per-view of this year, 2002. And Michaels' reign only lasts a month. He drops the belt to Triple H at the next event, where we have Triple H beat Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle beat the Big Show for the WWE and World Heavyweight Championships.
I will say, it does look good on him, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely cracking. But Michaels never needed that belt.
No.
But
the belt needs Michaels.
This is one of the most influential Survivor Series events for me. Introduce the Elimination Chamber, reshape the landscape. I think, a real quality event. The rise of Brock Lesnar, the revival of Shawn Michaels, the women's division took a serious turn. And many of the stars from the event, Lesnar, Jericho, Michaels, Big Show, they all remained major players for WWE for the next decade. So, what do you think, Matt Burns? What was match of the night from what we've watched?
Match of the night. It's hard to say with that one because there were some absolute pearlers.
Let me run through it for you. We had Dudley Boyz and Jeff Hardy versus 3 Minute Warning and Rico tables match. Yep. We had Billy Kidman versus Jamie Noble for the cruiserweight title. We had Victoria versus Trish for the hardcore match for the women's title.
Yep.
Big Show versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. We had Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Kurt and Benoit versus Eddie and Chavo for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And we had that huge Elimination Chamber we've just watched.
For me, the Big Show versus Brock Lesnar is big, but it goes in second. Because number one, I think, was the Elimination Chamber match.
Absolutely. Had to be. Gav's hit the nail on the head here for me. Solid pay-per-view, 9 out of 10. Well, we don't rate out of 10 here, Gavin Tams. We rate on sausages. More importantly, we call them bangers. And for me, Matt Burns, I don't know about you, but for me, it's a banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. I rate this pay-per-view 5 stars. I'm unsure what you think.
For me personally, I'm going to go down the route of banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, it's a 5-star pay-per-view for me all day. Easily. So, Gav, you gave it 9 out of 10. We're giving it 5 out of 5 bangers.
Which is equivalent by your standards of 10 out of 10.
Absolutely. And I think, match of the night for me, absolutely the Elimination Chamber match. Brock versus Big Show was okay. Women's hardcore match was the standard for women's matches at the time.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And the tag team title match, the SmackDown 6 at the time, I mean, didn't get any better than that. Plus, we had the reunion of the Dudley Boyz, Jeff Hardy doing some crazy stuff. Yeah, for me, I mean, happy with the whole thing. So,
additionally, the card was well balanced as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It gave us loads of good stuff. So I don't know about you, Matt Burns, but I think you should take us home.
Well, before we get there, would you like some information?
Go on.
The interesting thing is, it says on here, right? Do you know the actual times of each individual's elimination?
Go on.
RVD was at 13:37.
Yeah.
Booker T 17:40.
Yeah.
Kane at 22:53. And then Jericho at 30:43. And then literally about 9 minutes later, Shawn pinning Triple H.
So it's a 40-minute match then.
It's about it's a 39 and 20. 39.
And I don't mind that with the Elimination Chamber because it takes 20 minutes for everybody getting the match.
Exactly. That's a steady match.
Yeah, really good. Really happy with that. I'm glad we watched it tonight. I'm glad we got to talk about it. And, for me, subscribe to the channel. We're hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're going to do lots and lots more of these watch-alongs, aren't we, Matt Burns? Next, I think we're going to do the WrestleMania from 1992 and the WrestleMania from 1999 coming in the next few weeks.
Yes, I'd agree with that. So with that, that's a wrap up, a wrap up on our Survivor Series, 2002 watch along. What a night, what a match, and what a historic moment or event, more importantly. The first ever Elimination Chamber set the bar high, and Shawn Michaels' comeback win still gives me chills. So thanks for watching with us.
Yeah, if you want more Burning Truth, keep the conversation going with us. You can find us on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, YouTube, where we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers for full episodes, reactions, exclusive content, interviews, and all that good stuff that we do, Matt Burns.
That is correct. And we are on the road to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. If you haven't yet, why not? Why don't you just, drop kick that subscribe button and everything, and throw in some comments, help us hit this huge milestone. But of course, until next time, stay fired up, stay passionate, and remember, DFTBA, and in case you know what it means, don't forget to be awesome!
Excelsior!